the Trojans will put toe to leather and will get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So UCLA's offense will get the first possession of the game. The Trojans dominated this matchup last year and took home the victory bell in a blowout.
Yeah, and they were just having fun during that blowout of their cross-city rival last year. David, you could just see it on the faces of the Trojan players, having fun pummeling UCLA last season.
Yeah, and I can tell you what, as a player in rivalry games, you also don't remember how much fun they had. All the celebrations, you remember all of that every day of the year, and you're coming back and you're trying to change that and do a little celebrating yourself.
Fouls through the defense. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool. And the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool. It's fun to find out about. And these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Wants to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. Sweet cut there. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the USC Trojans offense will get the ball for the first time. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
Got his man. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Runs through a tackle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like I'm thinking pass. I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws him the football. I got to break on it, and everybody's got to corral him because he's so dangerous.
Sends it downfield. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On third down, he drops the throw. Quickly complete. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. This crosstown rivalry dates back nearly 100 years, guys. The first meeting between the Trojans and the Bruins back in 1929.
Yeah, and every year since, you know, one thing you know, Jesse, is the uniforms are crisp. They are clean. They are so sweet. You know this game means a lot late in the season every year.
This is definitely my favorite uniform game of the year, every year in college football, right? Both USC and UCLA with the home unis here in this great environment. But the game also means so much as well, and that's why there's this heightened sense of electricity and energy every time these two teams play.
This crowd full, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Converts on fourth down, still going. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the fourth down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And after the three-spot guys, we're all tied up. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one, make life easier on this kid, who is so important to this team.
Slants against man, that wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds us back in the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. The quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's got it on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Creates a little room. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And already it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11 on 11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle. It's landed. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
And the Bruins getting set on first and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Bruins trying to cash it in on first and goal. From the gun. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 11 over Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Second down, he'll throw it. Right on target this time.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, we'll take that throw all day.
And the Trojans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Bringing the heat. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody to dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Just keep slinging it. It's complete to the right. At the 45 on its way. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon.
Oh, that's a penalty, but okay.
Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive.
Game's literally cheating
We'll
for
see
the
what they can
CPU
do
right
on
now,
this drive
like
that
always.
starts at the 16-yard line. To the air on 1st down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. The quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. There's the pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
It'll be a good matchup.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away.
Well, I guess it could.
And the returner will be brought down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He unleashes a long one. And he's got it in the tag. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Sends it back in motion. He's looking to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw time running short in the half. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown USC!
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up and take all the momentum into halftime.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Bruins will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Punch it out of the air. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Back open to middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, fine. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Off the play fake. Still looking, on the move. Headed to the end zone. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
There's a couple of ways to deal with quarterbacks that can run like that so well. QB contained. Keep those ends outside and wide. Keep them in the pocket. And put a spy on it. Put a guy in the middle of the field who's really fast. That has the...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You can try to catch him off balance. Maybe on first down and goal right here. A situation where maybe he's sneaking a pass. Defense was ready. Got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative. Now that you got the negative play offense.
And here comes the pressure. And there he goes down again.
Back to back sacks. That's the way you respond defensively. Love it. Getting after the quarterback. Even though this is running time, running situation on the field, this defense was not fooled. They were ready for the pass. They were studied up.
Touchdown, Trojans. They take the lead with the 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Throws out the RPO. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Give to the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Got his man downfield. Big Al's almost has to finally track down at the 32.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after they play up top. He'll keep it himself. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to pull it their way in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They want to fight this one in a phone booth. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal. They'll run the sneak for it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He splits the uprights. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They go to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Caught close to the marker. It's Paulson. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And the Trojans are on the move. Fires to the big fella. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to keep it in the air. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if going for the goal line, and he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when the plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on second down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Bruins in the hurry-up. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got the back of the net. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Bruins can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks, it's out. There we go. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. From the red zone, looking for a man. Oh, they're after him. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. Pressure coming. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Bruins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. The snap sets up the throw. Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Back to pass on second down. Into the end zone. This is one for the big touchdown. So let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They'll go for two here and try to climb within a field goal late. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Works the middle. He will be stopped just inches away after the catch and run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line, and one of the biggest games of the year.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Now on the option. He'll toss it. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Back in 1939, USC first stole the victory bell. This time around, it was earned as the Trojans emerged victorious over their crosstown rivals. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.